Hey, good morning. This your girl Shay. I just want to share with y'all what God has been sharing with me lately. It's been very profound, and what He's been showing me is, since I got saved, I've learned to feed my spirit, to read and pray and fast, and do all those things that He calls you to do, and all those things are excellent. And yes, you should have a daily routine of reading and praying, especially. But He's been showing me lately that I need to starve my flesh, that you need to feed your spirit, yes, and starve your flesh. And one of the ways that He's been showing me is through food. A lot of us, in my opinion, the main two lusts of the flesh are sex and food. But food, I don't think we realize how much we feed our flesh on a daily with just our decisions on what we eat. I mean, so in the beginning of the Bible, Satan was a snake. By the end of the Bible, he was a dragon. And I learned this from my pastor, so thank you, Bishop Bart Pierce, Rock City Church. But isn't that with us though? Like, we feed our flesh. A lot of times we don't even know we're feeding our flesh. And I feel like one of the main ways we feed our flesh is through food. Because we feed ourselves, we pick our foods based on our taste buds, based on what we have a taste for, right? We don't pick our food based on how much folic acid we had today, or I still need 13 more grams of vitamin C, or you know what I'm saying? I still need some more. I still need 8 more ounces of milk to meet my daily intake of calcium. Like, we don't pick food like that. We pick food on what we got a taste for. And your taste buds are on your tongue. The Bible says that death and life are in the power of the tongue. And the tongue is flesh. Once we eat it, if it's a donut, if it's some fried chicken, whatever your weakness is, candy, once it gets past your taste buds, your body has no care for what you ate. Like, you're not eating because of what it's doing after your taste buds and what it's going to do for your body, for your organs, and your blood flow and your iron and your oxygenation of your blood. You don't pick food for those reasons, for what happens when it goes past your taste buds. We pick food for fleshly reasons, to satisfy our taste buds. And then once it gets past that point, to our mind, we just eat more because the taste is gone, because we've swallowed it. Little do we know that the most important part of eating is what happens after it hits your taste buds. That's what determines your health. You have to eat, God gave us food and dominion over everything over the earth. Sorry, driving in Baltimore. God gave us food and dominion over everything in the earth, but we have to use wisdom, and we have to use self-control, and we have to monitor ourselves. So if you have an issue that you haven't quite got the victory over, or you're waiting for God to come through, or just anything, and it seems like it's a flesh issue, but you've been reading your word, and you've been praying, and you've been fasting, like my church just finished a Daniel fast, and you still dealing with this thing, you might be feeding your flesh in the area of food and don't even realize it. Straight up. When you eat according to your taste buds, that is feeding your flesh. And it doesn't matter how you can feed your flesh 1,000 ways. It can be the music you listen to, it can be what you're watching on TV, it can be what you eat, it can be the people you hang around, it can be your indecision to do certain things, but all those things feed the flesh. And so when the flesh is more powerful than the spirit, you're not going to have victory. And so you may be feeding your spirit, but you also have to starve your flesh. And I'm telling you this, man, one of the main ways that we feed our flesh and don't even realize it is through our tongue. It's through our tongue. It's through what we eat. And I would love to hear y'all comments. I would love to hear y'all thoughts on this. Please, please, please. Let's talk. Let's dialogue. I know it's been a minute since I made one of these. I love y'all. Holla.